Hello everyone, my name is Ronnie Quint. I'm a solutions architect at F5. Today we're going to be showing how to create an AWS VPC site using the API. So before we get started, just make sure that we have our bash shell with curl, that we have our API token. Just watch part 1 video, which is setting up the automation tools. Make sure we have our tenant, which can be found in the same video. Make sure we've created a cloud credential for AWS. This will be from our part 2 video using DevCentral CLI. And make sure that we have AWS console access. Optionally, it's not required for the API, but if we use JQ, it will be a helper function for one of our API calls below. Okay, so what are we doing today? We're creating an AWS site, which is also called a customer edge site. So if you click on that link, here's just some information about the AWS VPC site, just a bunch of different options, and it's referred to as our customer edge site. There's a lot of information about this in the documentation. So feel free to click on this link just to explore more about the documentation. And just so you know, what we're referencing today is in the how-to guide here. If we scroll down, see create AWS site. That's what we're looking at today. Okay, so this is the first video using the API. There's a good overview on this link here. And it just outlines how to construct the API. We'll need our URL, which was found in the tenant. I'll get into that in a moment. We have our API token as well, which in part 1 we showed how to get that token. And if you just scroll through this link, there's just some more information, but we'll walk through everything now. So before we get started, we need to set our API token as an environment variable. And if you'll remember from the first video, what we need to do is read it into our terminal with the -s just to hide the output. And then we will export that variable for it to be an environment variable. Okay. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be creating our AWS VPC site. The way that the documentation is organized, there's a JSON reference that shows how to construct our JSON specification. And then there's also an API reference here that shows how to construct the API call using our endpoint. So I've opened those up in the browser. And if you look here, here are all the options that we need to create our payload. So we can go through here, and if we expand the metadata section and the specs section, it will show all the different options that we need. Another easy way to do this is if we go into the console, and if we click on Cloud and Edge Sites, click on Site Management, AWS VPC Sites, you can also expand an existing object. So I've created this site using the GUI. The instructions for that are in the first link, create AWS site. If we scroll down, you can watch this video here or follow these instructions, deploy using console. So I've done that here. Now, if we expand this object, this is also an easy way. On line 138 here, you'll see there's a get spec object. And what this is just a JSON representation of your object after it's been created in the GUI And so you'll see here, everything under VPC, you want to copy that. Oh, sometimes this expands. If we go down to line, it's 142, 138. So this is the same output here as you'll get from actually going through that JSON spec link. So if you click through all of these, you're going to end up with an object very similar. But a shortcut is you can create the object in the GUI, you can open up the get spec, and copy everything from within the get spec, and create a JSON file. So I've done that here. Let me show you the output in the terminal. So this is the file that we're going to be referencing today in our curl. And it's basically just been copied from the get spec of the console. Oh, it just has all the information that we need there. So the name of the site that we're going to be using today is F5DC Automation Demo AWS VPC site. So the first command, once we have our token as the environment variable, we're going to run this command to create the site. Okay, great. So what happened was the API returned the JSON object of the site that was created. If we go back to our console, we refresh. See, here's the site that I've created. And if we expand it, and we expand line 138 here, this is just a representation of the JSON object that we've created. So what's happening here is that F5 Distributed Cloud has created the config for our site, but it hasn't actually created any site for us. This is just saving the config. What we need to do now is we need to apply it. So before we run the API, I'll just show you. If we click on the three dots and click on Terraform parameters, you'll see that this is just Terraform waiting for a plan. So we haven't actually run the site or applied the site. Distributed Cloud uses Terraform behind the scenes to create the site, but we need to use the API now to really just click this button to click apply. And the way we do that is by using this API call here. Again, we can open up these links to actually see how to build the request for this API call. So we have this API call. I'm going to go back to the terminal. Looks like it forgot the C. Didn't copy. Okay. So what we've told F5 Distributed Cloud to apply the site configuration that we've created using the previous API command. So this is going to take some time. While it's running, if we open up the GUI, you see here it says apply planning, very similar to when you run Terraform on the command line. If we open Terraform parameters here and click on apply status, we can see the status. So it's going to take some time, and while it's running, I'll just show you how to actually call this using the API as well, so we don't have to wait in the GUI for the site to be created. So we can click refresh here to see what the status is. Oh, the status changed to applying. That's good news. Let's go back to our documentation. And again, if we go to these links here, we'll see how to construct this command. And this command is just the same thing as clicking on that apply button in the GUI. So let's run this in our terminal. And as you can see, it says applying. So we can run that. It should take a few minutes. So as it's applying, what's happening is that F5 Distributed Cloud is creating the site. It's using our cloud credentials that we've created in our previous video. Remember, we created this using our DevCentral CLI. And what's happening now is that it's connecting to our cloud provider, in this case AWS, using our access key and secret key. And I'll open up the AWS console. And we can see that this is our customer edge site that's created. And it's just initializing right now. So what's happening is F5 Distributed Cloud is creating a customer edge site. It's the instance type T3 extra large. And this is just connecting to the F5 Distributed Cloud. And it's downloading the software. So it will be ready to use. Once this is ready, a VPC is created and a subnet is created. And again, more information about that can be found in the first link. This is just information about what's happening. So you'll see here our VPC is being created, our subnet's being created. You can also create a VPC site in an existing VPC in subnet. And to do that, just put in the appropriate values inside your JSON specification. So let's go back to our terminal and see what the status is. Let's just run that. Status. Okay, it's still applying. So let's just wait a few minutes and we'll come back when the applying is finished. Okay, our site is finished creating. Terraform is finished applying, and we can see that by running our status. So if we see here, it says applied. If we go back to our browser and we refresh our browser, you'll see that the site's been applied. That's great. So what happened was F5 Distributed Cloud created a new VPC and subnet. So now we can deploy any workload that we'd like. This is where we put our applications in. And so you'll notice we have all this information here that can be very useful for us to deploy our applications. So how do we get that using the API? Let's go back to our documentation. You'll see there's a command here that will get the output using the API. It uses the Terraform parameters API call. And it might be helpful to also save the output, parse the output, and save it to a file for future use. And this is the step where we require JQ. So this is just a helper function that will parse our Terraform output for us. So let's just run that in our terminal. So we're just saving the output to a file called AWS VPC site, TF output. And if you'll notice here we have all the information that we need. So we can deploy workloads in this VPC, in our subnets. Here are the IP addresses, internal and external. So now we can deploy our workloads inside our VPC. Okay, so next, when we're ready to destroy the VPC site, here's the destroy command. And so the destroy and the delete command are a bit different. The destroy command will call Terraform through distributed cloud just to remove the site from AWS. And the delete command will remove the configuration from distributed cloud after the site has been destroyed by Terraform. So let's call this command. Let's run this command in our terminal. And as it's destroying, we can check the status again and see how the destroy is going. Yeah. I was just running this command, and we'll see it's destroying. If we go back to our AWS console and we refresh, it's going to take some time, so we'll come back to it when it's finished. So it looks like our site has disappeared from our AWS. Let's go back to our terminal and let's run the status command again. We see it's destroyed. And now let's go back to our distributed cloud console. You'll notice I'll refresh, and you see it says destroyed. So that's great. We don't have our customer edge site as an instance in AWS anymore. The API call has removed it. And let's go back to our documentation. So now, in order to remove our configuration from F5 Distributed Cloud, let's run this API command. And this is the same command as create. It's just we're passing in HTTP method delete, and we're not passing in a payload, a JSON object. So we're just calling a delete command to remove the site from F5 Distributed Cloud. Let's go back to our terminal. Let's run the delete command. Okay, great. We have 200. Let's go back to our distributed cloud console. And if we refresh here, we'll see our site has disappeared. So we walked through how to create an AWS VPC site using the API, how to get the Terraform outputs, and then how to destroy and remove the site from F5 Distributed Cloud. Thank you very much for watching.